You know, I had two very different conversations with two very different, but still top producers last week. The first is what I'll call mega case advisor. Now, he's having some trouble being inspired in closing because of potential tax code changes that materially affect his business. Now, his business is huge cases premised on the tax code. So what that means is, because of the uncertainty in the marketplace, that his six-figure and maybe even some seven-figure premiums, they're on hold. Now, many case advisor, he's still doing great business, and he writes maybe, I'm thinking, about 7 or 8 times as many cases as mega case advisor, but only 4 or 5-figure premiums. And you know what? His business continues on quite normally. He's still doing his job and still helping people protect their families and their businesses. It kind of brings up the question that I've heard many times over the years, which is really basically this: what's better, large or lots? Large cases or lots of cases? Well, I think if you want to be consistent and sane, then I'm going to say lots of cases is better. And here's why. Look, there's many reasons, but here are just a few of them off the top of my head. Number one, the flow of business, and of course your revenue then, is a lot more predictable. And when it's predictable, that means you're kind of protecting your sanity and maybe your bank account. Number two, it's a simpler business without that tax code aspect. Now, you're still doing a great job. You're still helping people with their families, but it's kind of easier business to do without those artificial barriers created for you by government and regulators and that sort of thing. Number three, I think it's easier on your ego and your attitude. I can tell you the attitude among those two advisors, Many and Mega, were substantially different. One was quite, depressed would be too strong a word, but it was disappointing because he couldn't move forward, and he wants to keep moving forward. That's what top producers are all about. So it's easier on your attitude without those barriers. And finally, number four, losing a case, and it happens to everyone, keep that in mind, is a lot easier when it's not a 7 or a 6-figure premium. It's a lot easier to take and easier on everything, easier on your business. So here's the point. Icons can be either mega or many, but many is easier to run a business in that fact. It's an easier business to run, and it's easier on your, on your psyche altogether. So the recommendation then, if you want to be an icon, and you want to be a happy icon, then keep your case rate up, regardless of whether you're in the mega category or just an average, kind of an aspiring icon. Just keep that case rate up. Hey, if you like this video, I ask you to share it with your friends on Facebook. Of course, get them to like the page so they'll get an instant notification when I go live with Facebook Live. And if I can help you with any speaking or any coaching to help you build your case rate, please check me out at jimruta.com. And I'll see you again next week.